And we are live. What is up, everybody? I wanted to do another stream because I haven't done one in like a week. So I finally decided to, start another one. And the schedule release, we signed what's his name? Pickett. We got him to a 10-day deal, and a whole bunch of other stuff happened. So I just wanted to do another live stream to talk about everything with y'all. So let's see what y'all talking about. I have a great idea. Trade Cade and Killian for Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. Okay. Green is the next Michael Jordan, so that deal makes sense. Okay, actually, let me pull it up for y'all so y'all can see. That's the schedule right there. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but yeah, yeah, laughing. That's funny, bro. That's extremely funny. Um, yes, let's trade our relatively mature backcourt for a couple of shoot first troublemakers. It will be fun in the locker room. It'll be fun to watch, my guy. The Pistons will outgrow Kelly Olynyk by season's end. Really? What makes you say that? Could you like recomment and further elaborate on that? Because I disagree. I wonder what they would do with Jaleel. I mean, if it was up to me, I would have had Jaleel gone a long time ago. Like I would have had him gone draft time. Like on draft night, I would have traded him, man. Or even last year mid-season. Like I'm not a big fan of Jaleel Okafor. Do you think we can beat the Bulls opening night? No. If you want my honest opinion, no. I don't see us beating the Bulls. They got DeMar DeRozan, they got Lonzo Ball, they got Caruso, they got Zach LaVine. The Bulls are pretty good, man. I don't really see us beating them. We played them October 20th at 7 p.m. Yeah, I don't see us beating the Bulls, bro. Compare his training camp performance to the rest of our players. Are you talking about Kelly? What do you mean training camp performance to the rest of our players? I don't know what you mean by that. What's up, Ryder? Who will win the starting center position? It'll be Kelly Olynyk, definitely. You don't sign a guy to that type of deal and then have him coming off the bench, especially when you have a second-year guy like Stewart. November 10th, Pistons versus Rockets. Yeah, and isn't that the only nationally televised game that we have, if I remember correctly? Let me actually scroll down. Where is it at? Where is it at? Oh, wait, was it already on the screen? There we go, right here. Is this the only nationally televised game that we have? Like, that's rough, man. You would expect with someone like Cade that we would get a lot more, but it's whatever. I admit I don't know who our front court starters will be. What's up, Spirit of Detroit, my man? Haven't spoken to you in a minute. I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good, chilling. Imagine if Sekou and Jalil earned starting roles. Sekou, that's one thing, but Jalil, that would blow my mind. That's fantasy world. That would blow my mind. Mohammed says, "Yay, what's up, bro? Long time no see. What's good, my fellow Rockets fan? Well, I'm not a Rockets fan, but what's good, my bro? Let's go. What's good? What's good, everybody? We got an A schedule. Won't lie. I haven't even looked at like the later part of it, like in full detail, but apparently, like we have one of the worst, well, not the worst, but one of the toughest schedules in all of the NBA, which is tough. It's tough. Cade Cunningham is a W. Jalen Green is a big fat L. 313 locked. Jalen Green looks very fragile. He doesn't look strong with his frame. I don't see him getting much bigger. K already put Green in the weight room. About that, I'm not gonna hate on Jalen Green, but I do agree that he is pretty small right now. Isn't he like 180 or something like that? Like 180 pounds? I may be wrong. Y'all could correct me on that, but he's extremely small. He's pretty slim. So I do agree that he needs to bulk up. But, then again, he will have success in the NBA no matter what. Jalen Green, he won't be a bust. I'm a really big fan of Jalen Green. I believe in him, but I do agree that he needs to bulk up. Bulls still got Valanciunas. I ain't even mentioned that, bro. They have Valanciunas. They have Lonzo Ball. They have Zach LaVine. Like, how are we going to beat them? DeMar DeRozan? I don't see it, bro. I don't see it at all. December 18th against the Rockets too. So we got, but I don't think that game is nationally televised. I think it's just the game on the 10th against them. I just went on a BTS fan forum and called them trash. Should I be concerned? Probably. Exo Screens, what's good? What's up, my mans? Appreciate you. The other games are on NBA TV. Yeah, so we got the one game against the Rockets on the 10th. That's on ESPN nationally televised game, and then everything else is just NBA TV or local stuff, which is unfortunate, but whatever. Yo Polo 179, what's good, Dolo? You be in every stream, man. I appreciate you, bro. Will the Pistons make the playoffs? I don't believe so. I think we're gonna finish somewhere around 10th or 9th seed, just barely missing out. We might get to the play-in round. Are they still doing that? I have to do my research on that. If we still doing the play-in stuff, we might get there, but I don't see us making the playoffs. We lose if we get to the play-in round. I don't want to put too much pressure on our young guys. We're in the second year of Troy Weaver's rebuild, second year of Killian Hayes, which is it's really like a rookie year for him, but it's the second year, Sadiq second year, Stewart second year. I don't want to put too much pressure on them. So I'm gonna say somewhere around 9, 10 seed, just barely missing it, bro. We will destroy Jalen Green. Every team should have at least 3 nationally televised games per season. I agree with that because it is kind of unfair to like places like us here in Detroit, and then you look at a place like Cleveland, they don't get any love either. It's tough, us Midwest, low market, not popular teams and cities, it's tough out here. Saban Lee better than Killian. No, Saban Lee, he's about to be in the G League. He's about a year away. I really do like Saban Lee, but he's a year away. His shot, well, I guess you could say his shot is actually better than Killian's because they both can't shoot for anything. But yeah, I disagree with you. Killian, he's a better player. He's a better defender. He's a better rebounder. He's a better playmaker. The only thing that Saban has on him is scoring. Even though I like your draft, the Bulls got you. Andrew Pajik, thank you for the $2 donation. I appreciate that. You must be a Bulls fan back when I was making like tons of Bulls videos a year ago. But I agree with you, bro. The Bulls are beating us on opening night, no doubt. I'm not too biased to admit that. But yeah, I appreciate the donation, man. I've been trying to catch up on my videos. Me and the wife expecting, and life's been good. I just did a vid on Jeremy Grant. I feel like some Detroit fans forgot about him. Spirit of Detroit, man. I appreciate you again for tuning into the stream. I hope you and your wife are doing well. And yeah, Jeremy Grant, I don't think that people forgot about him. It's just, what much is there to talk about? He just had a breakout season, almost won Most Improved Player of the Year award, Olympian, Team USA. Like, I don't think we forgot about him necessarily. It's just not much to talk about there, Cade is all we need. Cade is all we need is Cade to beat the Bulls. Cade is all we need is to beat. I think you're trying to say Cade is good enough to beat the Bulls, but I disagree with that statement if that's what you're trying to say, because you need a team to beat another team. It's not just a one-man sport. Pistons starting off 4-0. Let me pull the schedule back up real quick. So we play. Oh wait, I gotta scroll back down. We play the Bulls first. Dang, back-to-back games against the Bulls. So we 0-1, 0-2, and then the Hawks 0-3, the Sixers 0-4. So yeah, I think we starting off 0-4, bro. We ain't beating none of these teams. Well, it depends on what they do with Ben Simmons, but I think we losing to all these teams. They just made it to the conference finals. We already spoke about the Bulls, and then the Sixers with Embiid and Simmons. We losing to them, but we could beat the Magic. We could beat the Rockets. We'll get wins eventually, but I don't think we beat most of those teams, to be honest with you. I was answering another viewer's questions, what to do with Jahlil Okafor in my earlier comment. Okay, I get what you mean now. Cade got to carry like LeBron carried the sorry Cavs. I do agree with you that he should be the leader of this team, but at the same time, we do have a lot of other good players on this team, so it's not necessarily a one-man show, you feel me? Jalen Green have more televised games. So if you could re-comment, tell me, like, how many does he have? Because we only got 1. So Cade has 1. How many does Green have? And I would have expected, since Green is more popular, for him to have more. But tell me, how many specifically does he have? Did you see Buddy Hield and Cade were working out together? Yes, I did see that. That was floating around on Instagram earlier. It was cool to see. Already getting the respect of his, peers. He did that interview with Dwayne Wade. He was speaking with Kevin Durant. It's cool to see one of our guys actually getting love from, the top guys in the league. What's good, Tony Porter? Green, Sengun, Garbu. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. Wood, KPJ versus Cade, Jeremy Grant. Hopefully my Rockets lose to For for the take record, I would love to see, to win less that 10 games. I'm not even lying. We won so much, I'm used to it. If you're talking about for the tank, then I guess so, bro. They'll change the national TV schedule if we're good enough. True, they did do it with the Warriors. I think that was like 2 years ago. The Warriors, like, they were so bad because Clay was injured, and then I think Steph was injured as well. So the only person out there was Draymond, and they took the Warriors off of most of the nationally televised games. So I could see if we are performing well, they put us on, the games. On national TV. Who y'all want traded? Not Killian. I like Killian. Yeah, I don't want Killian to be traded at all, or at least not now. I will hate on Jalen Green until he retires. He disrespected the city. Get rid of the play-in tournament. Yes, there still will be the play-in tournament games. Okay, so if they're still doing the play-in tournament games, I could see us maybe barely getting in, but even if we do get into that, we're losing, bro. We're not making the playoffs, all right? These guys, they're young. Let them grow. Let them develop. Let's not put too much pressure on them, all right? I think Stu will beat Kelly for the starting center job. I disagree. Well, it's not that I disagree. It's just the way that I view it, looking at the way how KC decides to, roll with his lineups. I just envision we signed, Kelly Olynyk this free agency. He's a veteran. He can stretch the floor. He could play with Killian and Cade, and then they could just have Stewart coming off the bench. If it was up to me, I would probably prefer to have Stewart in because he's the younger guy. You want to get him more experience, but at the same time, I completely would understand why Casey would put Kelly in the starting role with him being a veteran. I absolutely respect you and love the fact that you read every single comment. I try to, man. I try not to let my head get too big and, ignore people. I hate when I watch other YouTubers and they don't even reply to their comments. Saban shot 40% from 3 in summer league. Really? I did not know that. It did not appear that way because Saban, he jacked up a lot of shots in the 5 games that he played, and it did not appear to me that he shot 40% from the three-point line, but Killian shot 18%. That's crazy. I don't believe that, bro. He shot 40%? That's wow. Okay. Interesting. Killian should go to the G League. His handles suck and he can't shoot. I do agree that he needs to develop a right hand, and his handle, not his handle, and his shot does need to develop as well. But going to the G League, I don't think that'll benefit him at all. If he goes down there, he drops 30 points and 15 rebounds. That may boost his confidence, but it really won't help his skill. For someone like Killian, I don't think that would help him much. But for someone like Saban, I think that would massively improve his game if we put him down there for a majority of the season. I'm going to go to opening day for the Pistons. I don't know which game I'm going to, but I'm definitely going to try to go to multiple games this year. Why won't y'all give Saban his credit? Pistons play much better with him running than Killian. I give Saban credit. It's just that I feel like he's a year away. I feel like in the future he's going to be a great backup point guard for us, but just as of right now, he's not ready to go. The Bulls game is going to be a bloodbath. I hope that Cade is up to guarding Zach LaVine, and I hope Sekou can guard DeRozan. Sekou guarding DeRozan, huh? Well, if Sekou, I think that would probably be Grant guarding DeRozan since they're both like, small forwards. Water. I like Killian, though. He's a hard worker. Respect. The division winners should have the top seeds in each conference, like the NFL or MLB. The division winners should have the top seed in the conference. That would be an interesting concept, but it's cool with the way they got it set up right now. The team that gets the most wins gets the number 1 seed. That's how it is in the NBA right now, which is cool. But if they ever decided to do a division thing, that would be interesting because the divisions right now in the NBA don't really mean much right now because the only importance that they have is that you play the same teams in your division. That's all that they really have. They don't really have much like playoff impact, I'm expecting Killian to have a breakout season. I did do a video like a month ago where I talked about that being a possibility. I'm not saying a breakout season, but I do expect a massively improved season than last year. Why do we play the Nets so much? Because they're in the Eastern Conference. Excuse me. Just looking at that again, let me scroll down a bit. We play the Lakers twice back there. Interesting. Again, I'm gonna look more into detail to see like how difficult this schedule is, but hmm, interesting stuff. Sadly, I think the Pistons start 1-8, but we coming back to make the play in. Yeah, I think we're gonna start off pretty rough, man. We played some tough teams early on. I had a dream that Cade and the squad were talking mad-ish while destroying some team. Okay, that's one heck of a dream, my man. Bulls not that good, and we play against high-level teams. The Bulls, they're not top of the NBA or the Eastern Conference, but you do got to respect the Bulls now that they added DeRozan, still got Levine, and added Lonzo Ball. You got to give the Bulls some respect, you know. 0-16. What up, though, Joe? What's good, my mans? Appreciate you for joining the stream. We are beating the Bulls. I don't think so, bro. The Bulls are about to kill us, man. At least that's what I think. I think we losing by like, well, I don't, 13, 13, or 14. Something like that. If we have Beastu all healthy by the Hawks, we can beat them. Maybe, but it also depends on like what players do they have playing, you know. K needs to put on 30 pounds F muscle. Um, he'll develop that in his career. He's around like 220 right now, something like that. But he'll get bigger as he grows. Killian needs to go to the G League, not Saban. Come on, bro. Bro, if it wasn't for the situation and you know the messed up way that the season was this year, Saban would have been in the G League the entire season. You know, if Killian didn't get injured, like, and if things were properly set up the right way, Saban would have been in the G League this whole year, bro. It is what it is, man. I like Saban Lee, but there's no way that he deserves to be in the NBA and then have Killian being in the G League, in my opinion. That's how I view it. Man, you look more like Maurice Ager that played college ball at Michigan State. Google him up. I'll look him up after the stream. I don't know who that is though. Usually the number one pick gets at least 3 nationally televised games. Yeah, look at the recent guys. You look at LaMelo Ball, you look at Zion, like throughout the years. Even Anthony Edwards, I wonder if we got to look back at him, Anthony Edwards. Usually the top guys get a lot of love and support by the NBA. And remember when Anthony Edwards did that dunk on that one player and then they posted it everywhere on social media? I hope that they give K at least the social media treatment if they're not going to give him the TV games. K, Killian, Bay, Grant Stewart. You giving teams like the Bulls too much credit without even seeing them play together. I mean, you could say that about even the Pistons. You could say that about us as well, you know. Adam Kelly Olynyk, we don't know how he'll play with Killian Hayes and Cade Cunningham, but we can assume by the play styles and how they've played in the past, we can assume how it's going to end up working out together. And even Cade, he played, college basketball last year. We don't know how Cade is going to play, but we can assume on how he played in the college basketball season to how he's going to play. So saying that I'm giving the Bulls too much credit, you can say the same thing about the Pistons, bro. Same exact thing. Pistons are loaded. K. Grant. Chris Smith was a good pickup. Absolutely, man. I'm curious to see if he stays with the team long term, or at least the G League team long term. We get back-to-back first picks. What do you make of D'Angelo re-signing? Wait, what do you? Oh, I think he meant Diallo. What do I make of Diallo re-signing? I already did a full video on him like 2 days ago. If you want my full opinions on that. Sekou getting traded is a W. I don't care. I've seen that report. I got a video coming out tomorrow. It's gonna be interesting about Sekou, definitely. Play-in tourneys should only be for the AC 7th earn their spot. True, that is fair, but I think that they have it with the 7th seed to, you know, spice it up and add more entertainment to it. I think that Kelly Olynyk will start the end of the season Beefy Stew will start. My dog is going crazy if y'all can hear that, man. Do you have a card collection? Yes, I do. I have a Detroit Lions and a Detroit Pistons card collection. But since you brought that up, I actually have some right here that I wanted to show with y'all. I got a Ben Wallace. You know what I'm saying? Let me show y'all the back. You feel me? My dad, he just picked up a whole bunch of old Pistons merch and gear. Ben Wallace, you know what I'm saying? This is 2003 Eastern Conference champions. You feel me? I also got a freaking Charlie Villanueva. I got a Jonas Jerebko. I got a whole bunch of old school Pistons player statues. So yeah, it's cool, man. Who do I got right here? Rasheed Wallace. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole bunch of this random stuff. Rip Hamilton right here. I should do a video on just a whole bunch of my collections, Pistons and gear and stuff. But yes, I do have a car collection. It's just at my other house. I don't have it around me right now. Super tough start for the first few on the schedule and no Christmas game at all. I was disappointed in the schedule release, but we will see what happens. Yeah, the first few games that we play, let me again bring it back up. And apologies if y'all can hear my dog raging out, but Bulls back-to-back games, the Hawks, Eastern Conference Eastern Conference appearance that they just made, 76ers, that's rough. Then the Magic, that's a little bit easier, but then we play the Nets. The Nets, it's rough, man. It's rough. Cade, I said Cade. Can't wait to see Isaiah Livers cooking with Cade. Yeah, he's still recovering from that injury, so hopefully he'll be ready to go around the time the season starts, but he's still recovering right now. Excuse me. Keep up the good work, bro. Hit that like button, people. Appreciate that, man. Let me check and see how many likes we got going right now. We currently have, if I could press the button, we have 27 likes. Sheesh. That's pretty low. That's pretty low, but it's cool, man. It's cool. Saban got some good reps in summer league. Yeah, true. Sorry, dude. I'm late. It's cool, bro. If we keep Killian, he can learn more about playmaking and shoot. He can be great with Cade, no cap. Do y'all still like Wood? And by the way, please admit that he should have been an all-star this year, by the way. Before getting injured. So my opinions on Christian Wood and how Pistons fans generally feel about Christian Wood. So I think most Pistons fans will admit that Christian Wood is a really good player, but most Pistons fans don't like him since he had the option to come back to Detroit and he didn't want to. He went to the Rockets and they have Jalen Green now. So most Pistons fans don't like Christian Wood, but I still, give him my respects. He is still a talented player. And as far as him being an all-star before the injury, who knows? Maybe he could have had that happen because he was really hot before the injury happened. But then again, it is the Western Conference, and you never know what happens with the way voting goes and, fans and the way how they had the whole voting process set up. So maybe he could have been, maybe not. But, all in all, I do have respect for Christian Wood, but most Pistons fans don't like him. Killian couldn't score 30 points in the summer league. Well, Killian isn't really a scoring point guard right now. We all know that Killian is more pass first, defense, rebounding. That's what he is right now. He hasn't really developed his offensive game. And what are you talking about? Couldn't even score 30 points. You're acting like Cade went out there and scored 30 every single game. Like, come on now. I'm gonna try to go to the Pistons versus the Rockets game. Well, the first game that's on national TV, that's in Houston, and then the second game, that one's gonna be in Detroit. So you're probably gonna end up going to that one. Vegas has us at 24 wins totals this year. I have us at 30 plus wins. 24 wins. I can understand why they would say that with the amount of young talent that we have on this team, but I would lean more towards the 30 range than being around 24. Imagine if Tyler Cook ends up leading the league in assists points total one day. No, man, Grant's a power forward. He could play either position, though, can he? He could play the 3 and the 4. Maybe I'm wrong, but you think Killian is laugh out loud, but you think Killian is better and he is worse offense. I already explained that earlier. Killian is the better defender. He's the better playmaker. He's the better rebounder. And overall, he's a better fit to play with Cade right now than Saban is. I bought a Cade jersey. How much did it cost, bro? Brother Hoskins, I was blessed to see that the Pistons beat Kobe and Chat in my teams. And Shaq in my teenage years. I don't think you're going to get to see the Pistons win an NBA championship. I don't think you're going to. What? The Pistons will win a championship in my lifetime. What the heck? Are you not seeing what we're building right now, bro? He said, I don't think you're going to get to see the Pistons win an NBA championship. We're going to win one eventually. It just takes time, bro. It's a rebuild. Did you hear about the Sekou rumor? Yeah, I got a video coming out tomorrow about that rumor. Seemingly also was second leading scorer on the summer league roster. Pistons predictions. I already talked about that earlier. Are you Canadian? No, bro. I was born in Detroit. I live in Michigan. Cade is a 80 overall on 2K. Yeah, and isn't he the only 80 overall rookie on 2K? I could be wrong, but I think that's what he is. Pistons making playoffs, I promise. I mean, I hope so, but I don't see it happening. I see us borderline missing out. Out of the first 10 games, how many you think we can actually win? I say maybe one or two. All right, well, let's go again, pull it back up. Okay, first game against the Bulls, 0-1. Second, 0-2. 0-3 against the Hawks, 0-4 against the Sixers. We could beat the Magic, so that's 1-4, then 1-5, 1-6, 1-7, 1-8. Sheesh, man. And then the Rockets, I think we got a chance against them. So, sheesh, man. That's tough, bro. That's tough. Like the Bucks, the Nets, the Sixers, the Bulls, the Hawks. Like, oh my gosh, man. That is tough to start our guys out, man. That is real tough, bro. Great, bro. Excuse me. Great content, bro. Keep it up. Thank you, Mario O'Neal. Appreciate that, man. Trying my best. How many times we playing the Pacers? Aren't the Pacers in our division? So isn't that like 4 times a year? Um, Joy says, what do you know about the Sekou rumor, if anything? Got a full video coming out tomorrow about that, y'all. I wish that we brought back hand checking here out of all these tic tac files. Slow down the game. It's bad for the league. Hashtag bring back defense. Well, I know people say that, but at the same time, you know, you look at the finals that we just watched, you know, excuse me. You watched the Bucks face the Phoenix Suns, and what won the NBA finals for the Bucks? Was it their offense? It helped, but not necessarily. What won the finals for the Bucks was their defense, their defensive ability, their versatility, and the ability to slow down Chris Paul and Devin Booker and the firepower that was the Phoenix Suns. We know what the Phoenix Suns were doing against the Lakers and all the teams they were destroying in the playoffs. Defense at the end of the day still was the defender. I mean, yeah, the thing that defeated them in the finals. So I know a lot of people like to bring up, oh, the NBA defense doesn't matter in today's NBA, blah, blah, blah. But I just feel like you look at the finals that just happened. The reason why the Bucks won the finals is because of defense. Their defensive ability won them that championship, in my personal opinion. Now, that's not to discredit offense. They did, you know, score a lot of points, and Giannis played amazing. But at the same time, I don't want to, you know, completely disrespect defense in today's game. We have the 7th hardest schedule. That's tough, bro. That's real tough. The Pistons are going 82-0 because we have the best player in the league, Kelly Olynyk. KO averaging 19, 3, and 9 guaranteed this season. Bulls is trash. I wouldn't say that. If you can you make a video of record prediction game by game going through the schedule? That'll probably take a long time, but I'll do it. I'll do it. Cade is our future. Trust that. Absolutely. I mean, do the Bulls have marketing? Why haven't they moved him? Should we offer Okafor for marketing? I don't think they'd accept that deal. And the reason why they haven't moved him yet is because of weird contract situations. But I would have expected that, like during the signing period when they were going like signing the DeRozan and getting Caruso, I would have expected them to move him then if they were going to move him at all. Bro, I hate the fact the Rockets fans and Pistons fans want to win now. Like tank for Chet and I don't know how to pronounce that one. It would be Cade and Chet, don't know how to pronounce that, versus Green and Chet and KPJ. Bro, if you watch Motor City Sports Talk, he said, why we trading Jackson, trade Killian, he a bust. And back to what you just said, about the whole tanking thing. I don't necessarily believe in tanking, but I do agree that teams need to chill with this. You know, we need to win now mode. We need to win and trade and get players and all this. I remember back when free agency was first starting, people were talking about go out there and get DeMar DeRozan. I'm like, what are y'all talking about, bro? Like the rushing, the need to win immediately. I do agree that for Pistons fans and for Rockets fans, chill out on that. We're both young, rebuilding teams right now. We don't need to rush and be in win now mode. It's ridiculous, bro. Both fan bases need to chill on that stuff. Cade is gonna post their Zion. You'll see. Hey, just joined. What's up, SportsCon89? Cheese balls. I need Cade to dunk on Green, and I need Stewart to abuse Green in the paint. Do you think Balsa makes the final roster? I don't think so. I think it was Balsa. He just signed with some team in a Euro League or somewhere overseas. He just signed somewhere else, so he's not going to be on the final roster. The Bulls are garbage. Do you see the team that they got, bro? I don't think that Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan, I wouldn't consider them garbage, bro. Pistons need to play Cade Cunningham at the 1 for wins. As Casey said, 1A and 1B. We're gonna try out both and have both positions. I mean, both Cade and Killian playing both of those positions. So we'll see. And imagine if we get Buddy Hield. I mean, what would we have to give up for Buddy Hield? Because wouldn't we have to trade for him? I wouldn't want to trade, too much for someone like him, Unless, well, no, not that. Diallo at the 2. Diallo at the 2 off the bench, but not in the starting role. Luka was just traded away. What? You must be trolling. Yeah, I just looked at my notifications. You trolling, bro. Nice vintage Ben Wallace. Yes, sir. I used to have the Ben Wallace bobblehead. Yes, sir, man. Had to get him. Had to whip him out. You should apologize for that Charlie V statue. Yeah, I got it sitting all the way over there. I don't feel like getting it right now, but yeah, I got a Charlie V statue. If y'all really want me to go get it, then I'll go get it. But yeah. If I'm shopping Sekou, I want either Marvin Bagley or Nerlens Noel and a first-round pick. That's my price. Well, Nerlens Noel, I think with that deal that he just signed with the Knicks, I don't think we'd be able to afford him under the cap. We'd have to wait till next offseason with Blake's money coming off the books. So we wouldn't be able to get Noel. And as far as Marvin Bagley goes, we'd have to trade more than just Sekou to get Bagley. So Killian not ready. He needs 2 more years. Let him go to the bench. Cade is the most complete rookie since LeBron James. What do you think of a Wolverine like Isaiah Livers joining the Pistons? It's funny that you say that. I mean, I made most of the videos on Isaiah Livers joining the Pistons, but to quickly sum up my thoughts about him, Isaiah Livers is a dog. He can shoot the basketball. He has a decent handle to him. He plays solid defense. I think that he'll be a nice bench asset for us in the future if he develops right and pans out. So I definitely do like Isaiah Livers. Chris Smith, who is that? Are you taking him over Pickett? Chris Smith, he is what college? I think it was UCLA, if I remember correctly. Chris Smith, I think that's where he played at, if my memory serves me right. And as far as him over Pickett, it's Pickett right now because that's who the Pistons chose, right? They chose to give him the 10-way contract deal, so they made their decision. So Sekou not going nowhere, but if he do, I know why. Sekou rumors are everywhere. If he goes, I will be dancing in the moonlight. I think Kelly Olynyk is going to be our starter too. Yep, I think so. 28. Bob Lanier is one of my favorite players of all time, by the way. It's funny that you say that with you being a Rockets fan. And I know this doesn't necessarily have to do with anything, but my dad, he's weirdly like his favorite player of all time in basketball is Hakeem Olajuwon. Like, you're a Rockets fan, so I just wanted to mention that. It's weird. Like, my dad is from Detroit. I think he likes the Pistons. I don't really know. But his favorite player is Hakeem Olajuwon, which is weird. Really weird. Does Bay get into the starting lineup? Let me see. Killian at the 1, Cade at the 2, Bay at the 3, Grant at the 4, and Olynyk at the 5. So, yeah. We know that Kevin Porter Sr. was on the Detroit, and his son is on the Rockets. We are rivals with the Rockets. I'm late too, and I set the reminder. Dang, YouTube really did us dirty. Appreciate you joining the stream though, bro. Corey Joseph and Cade could be the next aggressive guard duo that beats up on smaller guards. Yeah, with both of those guys being Oh, you said Corey Joseph. I thought you meant Killian. Corey Joseph and Cade, the next. I don't know what you mean by that, bro. Wood is not a winner. Yeah, as I said to the Rockets fan earlier, the Pistons fans, they don't like Wood, bro. Yo, Joe, what's good, bro? What's good, big dog? Appreciate you for joining the stream. Run up them likes so we don't look like Shakari Richardson. Starting five. 1K, number 2, Diallo, number 3, Grant, number 4, Kelly, and number 5, Stewart. This starting 5 making playoffs guaranteed. No matter what lineup we put together, I don't see playoffs, man. I just don't see it. The Christian Wood will meet his destiny. The Pistons aren't being developed to conform to roles typically associated by position number. Coach Casey elaborated on this. Yeah, he said that in his interview, talking about positionless basketball, versatility, 1A and 1B. Nothing is really set in stone right now. It's very fluid with the way how we're running our offensive rotation right now. Bro, 30 at the YMCA is hard enough. No one needs to score 30 everywhere. I mean, anywhere to be good. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Joe Wood didn't want to leave Detroit. He just didn't get offered what he wanted. I don't know. My friends told me this. I don't think that's the case. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, the Pistons offered him a deal. The Rockets offered him a deal, and he said no to the Pistons and went to the Rockets. If my memory serves me right, that's how it played out. At Mon, Washington, Killian can't average more than 6 points a game. As I said, he's not the offensive guy right now. He has his other areas, but he needs to develop that offensive game. It is what it is. Players can't necessarily, especially with the type of season that he had with the injury, it was really hard for him to develop an offensive game. Yep, already read that one. You said Killian would score 30 in the G League, but he couldn't score that in the Summer League. When did I say he would score 30 in the G League? I don't remember me saying that. Bro, they may win next year. Yeah, I'm saying next year we can make the playoffs, but not this coming up season. Pistons have him listed at the 3, Grant. Top 3 Pistons guards: Cade, Killian, and Diallo off the bench. Why trade Sekou when Troy hire all those developmental coaches? Everything will be broken down in that video tomorrow, bro. Trust me, I got a full video coming out about Sekou. Is there yet a correlation between Killian's scoring average and winning? That's an interesting question. Do you think Cade Cunningham will have a better career than Grant Hill? Well, didn't Grant Hill's career get derailed due to injuries? Now, we don't know, obviously, right now, we don't know if Cade will have the same issue if he'll get injured or not. But if we assume that Cade, goes on in his career and he doesn't have injury issues and the Pistons build around him, probably. And that's no disrespect to Grant Hill. If he never had the injury issues, all-time great. Well, he is an all-time great, but he could have been much better, Who's better, Josh Jackson or Diallo? Will they battle for minutes? They will battle for minutes. And as far as who's better, that's an interesting question. Probably Diallo, but Josh Jackson does give us defense. That's intriguing. It is intriguing. That's a good question. 2 years ago, Killian and Surus made a video in YouTube together. So I think Sekou may stay. They look like friends. Oh, you meant Sekou. Yeah, we already know with the French connection. We already know about that. Excuse me. I think K and Killian duo can be better than Same and CJ. That's a hot take, bro, because that's a pretty good duo. Hot take, my man. Motor K and Isaiah Livers will be the future Motor City Splash Bros best backcourt in the NBA. High praise, man. High praise from y'all. Joe, what about Zach LaVine or Michael Porter Jr.? If you ask me who's better between those two, is Zach LaVine. K going off, we about to win. Throw the young guys into the fire. That's a good thing. Ain't nobody expecting us to be world beaters yet. I disagree with that. You look at the way how the Knicks, remember like many years ago when the Knicks were tanking year after year, the way how they were doing their rebuild is they just threw their guys to the fire and just threw every single young player out there that they had. And even someone like Kevin Knox is suffering from that right now. just being thrown out there and thrown to the wolves. So I disagree. I don't think that you should just throw out your young guys and not have a plan. Having the young guys go up against tougher competition and playing a lot of minutes, that's good and all, but saying that we should just, throw them into the fire, nah, bro. I disagree with that. Who do you think will be our starting lineup? Sean Jamison. As I just said, Killian at the 1, Cade at the 2, Bay at the 3, Grant at the 4, and Olynyk at the 5. But again, with the way how Dwayne Casey was speaking, versatility, mixing and matching, anything can happen. Now, I have us starting out 2-2. I don't think so. We ain't beating the Bulls. We ain't beating the Sixers. We ain't beating the Hawks. I don't see us being 2-2. If the Pistons suck that bad, they might as well just fire Casey right now. Bro, it's the second year of the rebuild. What are you talking about? We're not expecting the team to go out there and immediately be able to beat all these teams. You think we could beat the Bucks? They just won a championship. Like, what are you talking about? Yes, we're going to suck if we play the Milwaukee Bucks. They're going to destroy us. When we play the Bucks on November 2nd, they're going to kill us. The Nets, October 31st, they're going to kill us. Like, bro, you said we might as well fire Casey right now. Like, come on, man. Frank Jackson was balling last season. He was. Saw Richard Jefferson compare Cade to Brandon Roy. Thoughts? I like that. Richard Jefferson comparing Brandon Roy, Cade to Brandon Roy. I can't really comment on that too much because that was pre my era, and I don't really know much about Brandon Roy besides the fact that he was really athletic, really good, and then I think he had injury issues as well. You think the Bulls can have a 0-4 Wolves kind of season? I don't know their specific record, the Wolves that year, but I do expect the Bulls to make the playoffs. Pound the pavement. I have no questions or comments. Actually, yes, I do. You're doing a great job. I appreciate that, Pound the Pavement, with the $5 donation. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Kind words, bro. Kind words. Do we still have Josh Jackson? Yes, we do. That's funny that you said that, bro. I have no questions or comments. Actually, yes, I do. You're doing a great job. Thank you, man. You didn't have to do that, but you decided to. So, my chat just froze on me. Reload, please. Thank you. Let me see. You are right about the Bucks, D, and the Pistons. No need for D in the NBA. Wizards have no fans. I'm sure there are some Wizards fans in Washington. I saw a fat lady with a shirt that says "Guess on it." I walked up to her and said $275. What, bro? Body shaming, bruh. Body shaming. Bossa signed with Partzian. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Yes, Josh Jackson is still here. Yes, and again, shouts out to Pound the Pavement with the $5 donation. You didn't have to do that, but you decided to. So, thank you for that kind action. We have his rights, boss. Yeah, we still have his rights, but he's not going to be playing for us this year. I want Cade to cross Jalen Green again. I want him to show Michael Jackson to not disrespect Detroit, boy. Bro, the day that Jalen Green comes to Detroit and he plays against us in our stadium, Pistons fans are going to go nuts, man. They are going to go nuts. Sup, B? Congrats on 3K. Appreciate that, man. I hit 3K like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's a really big milestone for me, so I appreciate that, man. Pistons are in a great situation right now. We currently are one of 4 teams under the cap next year. If we sign a max free agent next offseason, who do you think will get pulled out of the starting lineup? By the way, get the Charlie V statue. If we were to sign a max free agent next year, who would get kicked out the starting lineup? It ain't Cade. It ain't Grant. Probably Killian. If we get a max free agent, so a top guy, then it'll probably be Killian. And since you asked me, give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm about to go and get that statue. BRB. Yes, sir. Charlie V. Charlie Villanueva right here. Y'all see that? Charlie freaking Villanueva. Man. What a player. Let me put my mic back up. Sorry if the audio was tripping out for a second, but my man's Charlie V, man. Charlie freaking V. I got Kyle Singler as well. Brent, what's his name? Ben Gordon somewhere over there. Motorcade, Isaiah Liver, Sadiq Bey, and Isaiah Stewart, 2021-2020 student starting lineup. Hayes or Lee, Frank Jackson, Josh Jackson, Luka Garza, and Kelly Olynyk, second bench unit. Yep, that's pretty accurate, except you forgot about Diallo. Yeah, you forgot about Diallo, bro. Where Charlie V? I just showed him, man. Charlie Villanueva. Do Pistons fans understand that Garza is 22? Like, trust me, a lot of Pistons fans are saying that Garza is the next Vucevic. I've seen a lot of people, I don't know why, just comparing him to Jokic. I like Garza, but I see more of Brook Lopez more than I see someone like Jokic. I have a friend that has a Boris Diaw bobblehead from when he was on the Bobcats. I look back at that and I think to myself, what the F? Yeah, the Bobcat, didn't they have Corey Maggette as well on that Bobcats team? And the young Kemba Walker. Is that a Knicks hat up there? Yes, it is. That's an old school 90s Knicks hat with the old school logo. I think that the Kings are the saddest organization in the league historically. They have good players, but no direction. And it's funny that you say that because I'm actually a Kings fan. After, finding out what happened to them in the early 2000s and having Chris Webber, I'm a semi Kings fan, and having D Fox. So yeah. So Franz Wagner, would you trade Diallo and a first-round pick for Franz Wagner? Not right now. I forgot Jeremy Grant. Why is Magruder on the team? Excuse me. I don't know. Fill out the roster. Just signing a veteran for cheap on a fill-out roster move, I guess. Imagine Bradley Beal signed with us next offseason. He never comes to Detroit. Chris Smith is on the two-way. Pickett signed a 10-day contract for training camp. Smith signed a two-way deal. Gotcha. So that's the whole situation. Okay, I understand. Where can I check out G League games this year? YouTube. I'm pretty sure, I think it's illegal, but you could easily find, if you wanted to watch Jalen Green right now, his whole G League season, you just got to type in game by game, and you can find full games from the G League. So you'll probably find those. There'll be illegal streams. They may not be the highest quality, but YouTube, Reddit, you could easily find those stuff. But I'll definitely have the links for you guys so you can know where to find them at. Hakeem is my favorite center of all time. Yeah, that's my dad's favorite player, period. Hakeem Olajuwon. It's pretty weird with us being Detroiters, but yeah. You should do panels and allow people to come chat and have conversations with you about Pistons basketball. I never thought about that before. That's interesting. I don't necessarily run it, but the guys over at DSA, Detroit Drew and JMO, Bravo, all those guys, they do that type of thing where they, bring people on the panel and they, chat and stuff. But I will in the future, I will be interested if anybody would ever be want to do that on a live stream. Email me, hit me up on Instagram, and I'll get it popping. I do not understand why people are so low on Sekou and Killian. Makes no sense. Killian played 25 whole games, and Sekou has only been playing basketball for 5 years. Chill. Yeah, Eric Johnson. As far as Killian goes, I'm treating this season for Killian like a rookie year, to be honest with you. He didn't have a proper training camp, no summer league, and then once he came to the NBA, a few games, then had that injury, and then he came back. So I don't get why people are so adamant about him being a bust and trading Killian. This year for me, it's kind of like a rookie year for Killian, in my opinion. Hold up. Got a text from somebody. My favorite center of all time is Big Al Jefferson. Really? Hakeem couldn't beat Ben Wallace. I'm sorry, that defense too nasty. Chris Smith and Pickett were good pickups. Yes, Trey Weaver, he did his job when it came to scouting. I mean, how many chances do we have here if you're Cleveland, trade with Kevin Love or wait his contract? Oh, you're saying how many, like, what type of options do you have in Cleveland? Is that what you mean? Did you know Steph Curry makes as much money as the highest WNBA player makes playing 2 quarters? That's a fun fact. What is going on, Joe Polo? It's good, Alan. Shouts out to you, man. You are one of the biggest supporters of this channel. You be in most of my streams. We talk like in an email as well. You're a pretty good dude. So shouts out to you, Alan. Um, Stop putting Cade at the 1. His best position is the 2 right now. That way he doesn't have to do everything in his first year. You must be talking about other people in the comments, because I was saying put Cade at the 2 and have Killian at the 1 just to start the season. We could change things later on, but if we're talking about just starting out the season, I want Cade at the 2 just to start out. Isaiah Livers is going to be a starter, future back motorcade, and Isaiah Livers, Motor City Splash Bros. You're talking about starting this year? Isaiah Livers is not starting. He's not starting over Killian. He's not starting over Cade. And he can only play, if you want to throw him at the 3, he's not starting over Grant. If you want to go down to the 4, is he going over what's his name? I forget his name, but he's not over anybody in the starting lineup. Would you trade Killian Hayes for Alfred or Algren? I don't know how to pronounce it right. Sengun. If I'm the Rockets, I'm gonna decline that fast. And it's not just because we have the point. I mean, it's not just because we have the guard set. Would I accept that deal for Sengun? No, because we have Luka Garza, we have Isaiah Stewart. So those are our 2 young developing bigs. We don't really need another one. Now, it would be cool to add someone like him, but we don't really need him. And then Killian, I don't want to trade Killian because I still feel like he has massive potential. Massive potential. Chris Smith is a great pickup in my opinion. Yes, sir. If anybody never watched my video, I did like a full 10-minute breakdown video on his tape. You guys should go watch that. He wants to do everything. Adios, Mio. Thank you for watching the stream, man. Peace out, brother. He's never played at the 1. What happened to y'all signing J. Cole? He's no longer in Africa, so get BG off the books. Oh, get Blake Griffin off the books after 2021-2022 season. GM Weaver doing a great job working with our youth movement. Cap, things are looking up for us. Future bright. Glad we have Diallo back. Yes, sir. All of that is fact, my guy. Chris Smith is legit. Yes, sir. K wants all the smoke. Cavs gave LeBron the keys. Our team too young to be a playoff team right now. Hopefully, we can get a decent pick for next year's draft. I agree with that, man. Fully agree with that. Our team young, developing, growing right now. No need, no rush to have us, trying to force ourselves to be in a playoff position right now. Casey didn't want Wood. I read an article about it. And by the way, is Jeremy Grant the best role player in the NBA, or is he a solid star? Wood is a all-star, by the way. Is Grant's not really, I wouldn't really consider him a role player. He averaged 20 points per game this year, made Team USA almost one of the most improved player of the year award. He's not really a role player, but he's not a star either. He's just Jeremy Grant, he's just a really solid, a really good player. I already answered that one. We not too young, shaking my head. I disagree. I mean, even a team that just popped into mind. Think about a team like the Memphis Grizzlies, right? They have a few older players, but a fairly young team. The Memphis Grizzlies, they're still struggling to make the playoffs. Granted, it is the Western Conference, but they're struggling to make the playoffs. There are many other young teams out there who struggle for years upon years. You look at the Phoenix Suns as well, who just made it to the NBA Finals. Multiple teams struggle making it to the playoffs in their first couple of years. So the Pistons as well. Look at the Phoenix Suns. You look at any other young team that made it to the playoffs. Look at the Atlanta Hawks. It takes time. It takes a few years to develop and grow to that level. You're a Rockets fan, so I understand why you said that. Seiko reminds me of Charlie Villanueva. Lots of talent, not sure the work ethic is there. That's kind of disrespectful to compare him to Charlie V, but I don't even know if you can really say that he doesn't work hard, because I think that he does work hard. It's just he's raw right now. Hope you talk about Sekou and how he can play defense to stay here. Yep, my full video tomorrow will talk about that. Killian needs to be in the G League. Disagree. I got Big Ben Wallace in NBA Live Mobile. By the way, you should play it. It's really good. I did play it when I was younger. Didn't really like it. Only enjoyed it when I played with my friends. We shouldn't give up on Sekou just yet. Saban Lee is 100 times better than Killian Hayes. At what? We are projected to get about 22 wins. Where do you think we will end up? I say playing. As I said earlier, somewhere around 10 to 9, that seeding range. I can't wait to destroy Michael Jackson and the Rockets. Green and KPJ will be the best guard duo in the league for many years to come. I don't know if they're going to be like number one, but I do think that they will be near the top of the league because the scoring aspect of those two, the firepower between those two, I don't think they'll be necessarily number one, but they will be near the top of the league in terms of guard play. Killian Hayes needs to go to the G League and get his mojo. I mean, you could say that would help him get his confidence up, but honestly, I think that him going to the G League would destroy his confidence, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think it would be beneficial. Like, I think he would put up some numbers possibly down there, but I don't see the benefit of him being in the G League right now, in my personal opinion. Do you think my Rockets didn't miss a pick? Jalen Green, Sengun, Usman, and Josh Christopher. I already said it in my other streams. I gave you guys an A- draft, so yeah. No, Jackson is 6'8". I will go with Jackson all day. Pistons should have a good starting five and a good second team. I think we're deep. Yeah, especially bringing back Diallo and not losing him. That really does help out the bench mob. Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart, Cade Cunningham, Killian Hayes, and Jeremy Grant are the next bad boys, and we taking Giannis' next ring away in 2022 or 2023 besides Sadiq is base sanity, and that's my hot take. Let me see. Was Phil Jackson a good player? We know Dwayne Casey just going to pick his favorite and sit out a lot of the young guys. I think Isaiah Livers, Cade Cunningham, and that rookie from Iowa, you're talking about Luka Garza, are gonna be the only young guys playing. I hope you're wrong about that, man. I hope you're wrong. Bravo. What's up, Polo? How do you feel about the new article talk about the Pistons giving up Sekou? I'm pissed at it. I got a full vid breaking down that tomorrow, but I know you're a big Sekou guy, so if I'm you, I wouldn't be too worried about it, too worried at all. But I appreciate that $5 donation, and thank you again for inviting me to the DSA for all of those streams. I think I've been on like 3 so far right now, so I appreciate you, Bravo, and better next year. Y'all need to calm down. If we don't start 20-0, then we should trade the roster. Like, chill out, yeah. Dwayne Casey is a great coach who has done a great job developing these guys and creating a culture and team identity. Yeah, you look at the Rockers. Look at what he did there. He didn't get them to the championship. That was Nick Nurse, but he did help and develop and grow all of the young guys over there. And again, thank you, Bravo, for the $5 donation. My chat just froze. It's so irritating. It happens all the time. My chat just randomly freezes. Christian Wood saw how crowds treated Reggie Jackson and Andre Drummond. Wood witnessed viciously hostile and hateful crowds in LCA. I disagree with you on that point because nobody showed up to the LCA when Christian Wood was here. Do you guys remember the attendance for the Pistons? We were near the bottom of the league. Nobody really showed up to Pistons games. So if you're talking about social media, now I get that. Pistons fans were disrespecting Drummond and Reggie Jackson a lot. But if we're talking about actually in LCA, no, it's because people didn't show up to the LCA, bro. Jalen Green equals the next generational shooting guard. Brandon Roy was really good, but his knees were really bad. Yep. Got you on that one. We winning at home against the Bulls, bro. I don't see it, man. They got a lot of firepower, man. They got a lot of firepower. If the Bulls go 2 out of 10 from 3 in the first, we good. I mean, you could say the same thing about us. What if we miss all our shots as well, you know? Cade versus Green is the next LeBron versus KD, or LeBron versus Steph, or KD versus Steph if KD and Steph didn't team up. Jalen Green the next model. Wait, Jalen Green the model? What do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by that. Wizards can easily make the playoffs. I have to look at their roster, but last time I checked, the Wizards wasn't looking too hot. May stop KG around exits, I think, huh? The only problem I have with Casey are his lineups. I don't know why I just said it like that. The only problem I have with Casey are his lineups. I think what a lot of people were saying to me in the comments was that the reason why Casey had his lineups like screwed up this year is because we were tanking on the purpose. So if y'all are right in saying that in my comments, I guess so. I like Josh Jackson, who can easily be starting in place of Killian Hayes. No, bro. No. 3K, get that monetization money. Thank you, man. One man army. Yes, sir. Got to get the bag, you know. Bro, Green, like, my dog is yelling again. Green may actually get killed when he goes to Detroit. Like, for real. We ain't hurting Cade. I love him. Imagine Cade versus Green team up in the future. I hope it doesn't happen. I want rivalry. If they ever did team up, they would be killer together. But you said he's going to get killed if he comes to Detroit. Maybe, man. NBA champs are always excellent defensive teams. You are right about the importance of defensive teams. Yes, everybody in the NBA, every NBA fan today always talks about offense and, oh, the league sucks and this and that. They don't play any defense. Okay, but when it comes down to it, you look at the 3-1 lead in the finals that chased down LeBron block and the defensive plays in that finals. You look at this recent finals against the Suns. The Suns versus the Bucks. You look at just in history, look at NBA Finals history. It's always about defense. That's how you win championships, bro. That's the saying, isn't it? Defense wins championships. So, yeah, man. Can't fully discredit it. Y'all remember when y'all traded Luke Kennard to the other LA team? The other team in LA? My dog is going crazy. KG told Charlie V that he had cancer. Is something like that. Since you predict the Pistons will not make the playoffs, can you say which teams will beat them out, please? I'd have to pull up each conference team right now. I don't have that pulled up, so I'll probably do that in my video when I break down the full schedule. I don't know. I have a Red Wings bobblehead. I actually have a Tigers one as well over there. My dog is yelling, man. Do you think Garza will play in the G League or the main roster? He'll predominantly be on the main roster. At least that's how I see it. East is stacked, but I see Cade and Bay having Detroit in the playoffs this year. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that, a year from now, I'm looking back at this, I'm like, Joseph, you are an idiot. You were completely wrong. But I just don't see us making the playoffs, so, or at least this year. Fox is going to end up in Wait. Oh, you talking about De'Aaron Fox? I just remembered that Green versus Detroit finna be like Trae Young versus Madison Square Garden, but both our teams are trash. Yeah, it's gonna be just like Trae Young versus MSG, definitely. Detroit had love for Hakeem back in the day. Oh, maybe that's one reason why my dad loves him so much. If you mind if I talk about the Lions, why the F did y'all release a guy that been on your team for 17 years on his birthday? Dan Campbell, man. Are we forgetting about Isaiah Livers? No, we talked about him earlier. I used to say that Killian was the best point guard in the draft, and I thought he was the second best player in the draft after Ant-Man. Cade gonna average 20 plus guaranteed. That Chuck way. That's a hot take, man. 20 plus per game as a rookie. That's pretty difficult to do, but hey, that's a hot take, bro. Fun fact: you can't pay Candace Parker the same amount of money as LeBron if LeBron makes more money in 20 games than the WNBA makes in 5 years. Bro, you can get a Killian Hayes in free agency. What are you talking about? You mean the draft? Is that what you mean? Um, Between Marvin Bagley, and Kevin Love, who you think plays their position better, even though their ages are different? Yeah, it's pretty weird that you're comparing Marvin Bagley to Kevin Love, but at this point in their careers, you would probably give the edge to Bagley slightly over him. I think. I mean, you can make the case for Kevin Love, but I think you give the edge to Bagley at this current point in time. People are putting Cade at the one because he's a point guard. I think Luka and Isaiah Livers is a steal. Cade not even Cade not even G League material. That's disrespectful. They want to run positionless ball. It doesn't really matter who has a 1 or 2 next to their name. Exactly. Look at everything that Dwayne Casey said. Positionless basketball, 1A and 1B. There's nothing set in stone right now. Nothing. If y'all get Jaden Hardy, then dump Killian to a trade. Then dump Killian to a trade, bro. You just don't pass on a player like Jaden Hardy. I really believe that he is the next Harden. Okay, that's a hot take. But no, we not trading Killian, bro. Killian has massive potential. Who do you think will make? I mean, who do you think will be cut to make the 15-man roster? I mean, it's kind of too early to tell in that right now. I probably it'd be better if you asked me that around training camp time. Everybody knows WNBA over NBA. Pistons will be in the finals in 3 years if everyone stays healthy. The Hawks got to the Eastern Conference Finals in 3 years, so maybe stop pushing sexism, or whatever you say. Sekou was literally out of shape in the Summer League. The defense is going to make them finish higher than people expect. Man, I mean, my guy, I need to ask your opinion on ICA or the Palace of Auburn Hills. Oh, LCA or the Palace of Auburn Hills. I only been to the LCA like 3 times, and most of the times I've been there, actually all of the times I've been there, haven't been for Pistons games. It's been for other, events in the city. I've never been for a Pistons game, so that just speaks a lot. Now, it's a better stadium because it has all the flashy new equipment and stuff, but I don't know. It was just something about the Palace of Auburn Hills, driving there with my dad and my brothers and cousins when I was younger. I don't know. It just hit different, man. A Raptors fan here. Thoughts on Rookie of the Year? Too early to tell. I know I seen in my comments a lot of people are making a case for Jonathan Kuminga on the Warriors. So yeah, but in general, I don't really have too many opinions on it. Anybody can win it. This is a Pistons and NBA channel. So what if Steph makes more money than many leagues around the world? Sheesh, that's a lot of what the heck? I think the only problem with Sekou is confidence after what happened last year and then trade talks. Both of y'all talking about Killian and Cade's confidence. That's interesting. Both of the French guys with an issue. And it's tough because they came here and they weren't given the full opportunity, but at the same time, in the small opportunity that they were given, they didn't really shine and succeed with that. So it's tough, man. Let me see. Dame is your favorite player? I mean, he might be trash, true, but why hate on him? Why be negative towards him when he's shown you that he has the potential to be great? Your dog, your dog probably saw a squirrel. Everything good, maybe, bro, maybe. Stewart averaging 19 and 16 this year. That's a hot take, bro. That's a real hot take. 75 likes and more than 120 people watching. Don't forget to give Joe a like. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Devon Wilson. Please, if anybody hasn't liked the stream yet, get the likes up. It helps me out in terms of the algorithm. I think the NBA will lose viewers after LeBron retires. Even his haters will stop watching generational talent. I mean, they said the same thing about what's his name, Michael Jordan. They said the league would tank after he retired, so the league will be fine after LeBron. But we've been streaming for an hour and 10 minutes so far. So I'm about to end the stream. I appreciate all the donations and everybody who came in, the people who left a like, everybody who commented and said something. I appreciate everybody for tuning into the stream. So I'll do another one pretty soon. Make sure again, y'all go subscribe to my backup channel. The link is in the description. Subscribe to my backup channel. You never know how YouTube is. They may randomly decide to delete this channel. So please make sure you go subscribe to my backup channel. And yeah, that's basically everything. I appreciate y'all. Much love and support. And I will see you guys on a stream later sometime. I don't know when I'm going to do another stream. So peace out.